Former Governor Bob McDonnell could be spending his last Christmas with family for a while. In just under 2 weeks, a judge will sentence him for his corruption convictions. Legal analysts believe he faces some hard time in prison, despite pleas for mercy from lawyers, family, and friends. NBC 29's Alana Austin reports.
The 12th governor in American history with a public corruption conviction, former Governor Bob McDonnell, could be the first from Virginia to go to prison. Probably.
But any way you slice it, unless a miracle occurs, and it is the time of the year, the former governor is facing a substantial amount of prison time.
The U.S. Probation Office has calculated a sentencing of about a decade for the ex-governor. His lawyers are fighting for far less, a few years of full-time community service.
Mercy is something that we believe in as a nation, but on the other hand, if you start sort of making exceptions and people think, well, you know, the powerful get one standard and everybody else gets a lot harsher standard.
Just days before Christmas, the defense submitted scores of letters pleading for Judge James Spencer to show leniency for a man with a sterling reputation. One son-in-law, Chris Young, writes, quote, "Our family is broken, our futures are uncertain, and our days are filled with agony," end quote. Paul Goldman, a lawyer who has closely followed this case, says the judge usually goes by the book, and in this court, judges only go lighter than the guideline 20% of the time.
Governor McDonnell's 60 years old, so any substantial amount of time is a heck of a sentence for him, but I just think he has to go into the courtroom expecting that.
Despite the kind notes passed along to the judge, the prosecution paints an entirely different picture. They see McDonnell as a politician who got caught with his hand in the cookie jar. They say the thousands of dollars in gifts and loans from wealthy businessman Johnny Williams were proof of corruption, not friendship. Plus, as a lawyer and past attorney general for Virginia, McDonnell should have and did know better.
He comes out with less, then he should count his blessings, really.
In Richmond, Alana Austin, NBC 29 HD News.
With a punishment behind bars, Goldman says there is a chance McDonnell does not immediately report to prison and stays free on bond while his lawyers angle for an appeal. McDonnell's wife, Maureen, has her sentencing scheduled for February 20th.